for the Australian Grand Prix, round 16 of the World Championship, the last round that will decide the World Championship. Johnny Dumfries in 14th place on the grid, and there is the camera on his car, from which we have had some sensational pictures in practice, and will no doubt be getting more during the race. You're looking through that camera now, forwards to Teo Fabi's car, to Johansson's car, to De Cesare, Streff, Alboreto, Alio, Rosberg, Berger, Arnoux, Prost, Senna, Piquet, and pole position man Nigel Mansell. Remember, and now we travel with Johnny Dumfries, who is in 11th place in the Lotus Renault, and in front of Dumfries it's Teo Fabi. Now we're riding past the grandstands into the S's, the left, right, left. Teo Fabi goes through, now the left, now we're coming up to Gumtree Bend, past it into Wakefield Turn, which is a second gear corner. Watch Johnny Dumfries' right hand as he changes gear. You can see his helmet with the colours of Scotland on in the driving mirror. You can see the stabs of flame from Teo Fabi's turbo as he backs off and then accelerates away. Now we're going up towards Market's Turn, which is where the fruit markets of Adelaide are. There they are on the left. That's the Stag Hotel on the right. Now we're going down Rundle Road at about 130 kilometres an hour into the third gear Brewery Bend. There's the big brewery in front of us. Now we're on the fastest part of the course, building up to 330 kilometres an hour, which is over 200 miles an hour. Coming down to first gear, watch Dumfries' hand come off the steering wheel. Down a gear, down another gear. Hard right into racetrack hairpin, and now left into paddock turn. A wonderful, takes you back to the old days, James.
Yes, tremendous. It's a tremendous view, that really is very good, and it gives you just an idea, some idea of just how hard a driver has to work on a circuit like this. You see Dumfries fighting away at the steering wheel. Remember, the steering is very heavy on these cars. There's a lot of physical effort to go into this. All over.
Johnny Dumfries gives us the thumbs up. That was courteous of him. He's just spun. Johnny Dumfries is saying to the millions of viewers all over the world, don't worry folks, I'm okay. Now, I think this is a replay of how it happened. Watch Dumfries, he changes up, comes up to a car behind him, locks his front wheels. It's one of the Tyrrells, it's Martin Brundle.
Yeah, and he hit the oil. That was a lot of oil being dropped by Alan Jones's car. So that's the end of Jones, and that really looked very slippery indeed.
Johnny Dumfries waves to let Piquet through and Prost through.
There is Johnny Dumfries. He's now in 16th place after his spin, and here we can see what it's like from his point of view once again. The race just past the start-finish line. It's in second gear for the S's. Spurting away up to third.
Johnny Dumfries driving his last race for the Lotus Renault team. He doesn't know what's going to happen to him next year. He's naturally hoping to be able to put up a good show in this race, because the best he has been able to do in his first year of Formula One is a 5th place in Hungary and 2 7th places. And I'm not suggesting for one moment that that's anything to be ashamed of. Getting World Championship points in your first year is no mean achievement. Up another gear, down to the right-hander, and Brewery Bend is doing about 130 kilometres an hour here.
You can see the oil coming to exact speed in front of him, getting onto the lens of the camera. It also, of course, gets on to the lens of one's visor. Now this happens all through the race. Now some drivers use tear-offs, the little thin perspex strips that they can put on, clip onto the outside of the visor, then when it gets dirty they throw it away. But I personally always prefer to carry a rag, which you can put between my legs so it's easy to get at in the car, so I would polish. You'll also see some drivers using the back of their sleeve, the back of their hand or their overall sleeve to clean the visor as they go along.
Johnny Dumfries.
And Prost, meanwhile, has just reduced the lap record yet again to some 21.002, so pretty much gone 21 dead. And Johnny Dumfries working away at the wheel. Remember, by this stage of the race the drivers are starting to get pretty tired, but They're not allowed to acknowledge the pain and discomfort. You've got to keep going, obviously. And that's the nicest part of the circuit at this, for drivers at this stage of the race. You get a nice little rest on the straight, and then it's back to flat-out busyness again.
What we haven't done so far during this race is to heap praise onto the organisers and administrators of this second Australian Grand Prix in Adelaide. Last year, a long time ago, that's Johnny Dumfries in the pits, just for the record, with his teammate Ayrton Senna already out of the race. Now Nelson Piquet is on a new set of rubber, and the gap between Alain Prost in the lead and Nelson Piquet in second position